Welcome back to Future Bike Zone, your ultimate destination for the latest motorcycles, future concepts, and in-depth reviews of the machines that define the road ahead. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated middleweight retro-modern motorcycles of 2026, the Kawasaki Z650RS. This bike is not just another addition to the Kawasaki family, it's the continuation of a legacy, bringing back the spirit of the iconic 70s Z series in a form that's practical, modern, and stylish for today's riders. If you're someone who craves a motorcycle that blends the golden era of motorcycling with present-day engineering, then stick around, because the Z650RS has a lot to offer. At first glance, the 2026 Kawasaki Z650RS catches your attention with its neo-retro charm. Kawasaki has been careful not to stray away from the DNA that made the RS family such a hit. From its round LED headlamp that evokes the classic look of 70s roadsters, to its sculpted teardrop fuel tank, twin-pod-inspired digital analog instrument cluster, and minimalist tail section, this bike feels like a time machine. Yet, it is not just retro styling for the sake of nostalgia. The LED headlight is brighter and more efficient, the gauges are semi-digital for precision and ease of use, and the ergonomics are modernized to meet the comfort demands of today's urban and highway riders. The bike pays homage to the legendary Z650 from decades ago, but it does so with 21st-century refinement. Underneath that retro bodywork, the 2026 Kawasaki Z650RS carries a familiar yet upgraded heart. It runs on the tried-and-tested 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, liquid-cooled, DOHC, with Kawasaki's latest fuel injection system. It delivers around 68 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and about 64 Nm of torque at 6,700 RPM, giving it that perfect balance between city usability and highway performance. This is not a high-revving supersport engine nor a lazy cruiser motor, it sits right in the middle, offering accessible power delivery, linear torque, and an approachable character for both new riders and seasoned bikers. Kawasaki has fine-tuned the throttle response for smoother low-end torque in city rides while retaining that punch in the mid-range for spirited highway runs. The 6-speed gearbox is buttery smooth, and Kawasaki's assist and slipper clutch make downshifts stress-free while also reducing lever effort. For 2026, Kawasaki has tweaked the ECU mapping and added better heat management, which means the bike feels more refined, especially in stop-and-go traffic. Riders will also appreciate that the bike runs efficiently, with fuel economy averaging between 22 to 24 km per liter, depending on how aggressive you are with the throttle. For a middleweight retro motorcycle, that's quite respectable. The chassis is another highlight. Built on Kawasaki's steel trellis frame, the Z650RS offers excellent agility and stability. The frame is lightweight yet rigid, ensuring confidence when leaning into corners. The suspension setup features 41mm telescopic forks up front and a horizontal backlink monoshock at the rear, adjustable for preload. While it's not an aggressive track-ready setup, it's tuned perfectly for city roads, twisty highways, and even longer touring days. Kawasaki has clearly aimed for a balance, sporty when you want it to be, but forgiving and comfortable when you're just cruising around. Braking performance is handled by dual 300mm front discs with dual piston calipers and a single 220mm disc at the rear, supported by dual-channel ABS. The braking feedback is predictable, and the ABS calibration feels natural, engaging only when absolutely necessary. For 2026, Kawasaki has refined the ABS system for smoother intervention, especially useful for riders who enjoy spirited cornering. One of the strongest points of the Z650RS is its ergonomics. Unlike the aggressive stance of a naked street fighter, the RS goes for a more relaxed yet commanding riding position. The wide handlebar, slightly rear-set foot pegs, and well-padded seat provide comfort over longer journeys without compromising control. The seat height is around 800mm, making it approachable for most riders, and the narrow tank design makes it easy to flat-foot the bike at signals. Passenger comfort has also been considered, with a reasonably cushioned rear seat and grab rails. Technology-wise, Kawasaki has given the Z650RS a healthy mix of modern features while retaining the classic charm. The semi-digital twin-pod instrument cluster combines analog-style dials with a digital LCD screen for essential data like gear position, fuel range, and ride data. For 2026, Kawasaki has integrated Bluetooth connectivity through its Radiology app, allowing riders to check ride stats, navigation prompts, and service updates directly on their phones. While it doesn't go overboard with large TFT displays like some rivals, this balance keeps the retro styling intact while still meeting modern expectations. On the road, the Z650RS feels alive. In city conditions, its smooth power band, light clutch, and easy handling make it a joy to ride. You can weave through traffic effortlessly, and the bike never feels intimidating. Out on the highway, the bike settles into a comfortable cruising speed of 100 to 120 km per hour with ease, with enough power left for quick overtakes. Push it into twisties, and the Z650RS rewards with precise handling and confidence-inspiring grip from its 17-inch alloy wheels wrapped in sport touring tires. Kawasaki has tuned this bike for versatility, and that's exactly what you get. A machine that adapts to whatever kind of riding you throw at it. Design-wise, the Z650RS stands out in its segment. While bikes like the Yamaha XSR700 or the Honda CB650 lean heavily on modern looks, Kawasaki has gone the extra mile to capture authentic retro charm. The color schemes available for 2026 include a classic candy emerald green with gold pinstripes, a bold metallic Diablo black, and a new pearl stardust white inspired by vintage Z-Series paint jobs. Each of these colors feels premium and adds to the bike's retro appeal. The fit and finish are top-notch, with attention to detail in everything from the chrome touches to the brushed aluminum accents. In terms of competition, the Kawasaki Z650RS goes head-to-head with models like the Yamaha XSR700, Honda CB650 Neo Sports Cafe, and the Triumph Trident 660. While each of these bikes has its strengths, the Z650RS carves its own niche. Speaking of price, the 2026 Kawasaki Z650RS is expected to retail around $9,299 in the US market, and approximately 9 to 9.5 lakh INR in India, depending on the region and variants. This pricing makes it a compelling choice for riders looking for a premium middleweight motorcycle without venturing into the higher-priced European territory. Considering the build quality, performance, and heritage, the Z650RS offers tremendous value for money. Now, let's talk about the unique selling points. First and foremost is heritage. This bike is not just about riding, it's about owning a piece of Kawasaki's history. Second, versatility. It's equally at home in the city, on highways, or tackling mountain twisties. Third, approachability. The bike is not intimidating, making it suitable even for newer riders while still offering enough performance to keep experienced riders engaged. Fourth, timeless design. The Z650RS will turn heads for years, with styling that doesn't age quickly. And finally, Kawasaki reliability. The brand's reputation for durable, low-maintenance machines is another strong reason why the Z650RS will appeal to riders worldwide. In conclusion, the 2026 Kawasaki Z650RS is more than just a motorcycle, it's a bridge between the past and the future. It delivers the emotional connection of retro design while packing the reliability, performance, and features of modern engineering. For riders who want a motorcycle that's practical yet soulful, stylish yet not overcomplicated, and thrilling yet approachable, the Z650RS is a near-perfect choice. Kawasaki has successfully created a bike that speaks to both the heart and the head, and that's why it's bound to remain one of the strongest contenders in the middleweight retro-modern segment. So, if you've been waiting for a bike that respects tradition but doesn't compromise on modern-day performance and comfort, the 2026 Kawasaki Z650RS might just be the bike you've been waiting for.